As Mary and I mentioned, there are 135 voting age cardinals who are going to be part of this process of selecting the next pope.
There are more than a dozen cardinals from around the world considered front runners. Tonight, our investigative reporter Chuck Gowdy joins us now with a look at why there are no Americans on that list of front runners. Chuck?
Allison, there are several Americans on a papal list, the list of long shots for Pope, especially after Pope Francis stocked the College of Cardinals with dozens of bishops who align with his social justice views, and just as important, his view of the Roman Catholic world. It is a world in which the Catholic faithful are practicing in all corners of the globe, but not as often in the United States or even in Europe, long considered the center of Catholic leadership.
May serve you faithfully through Christ our Lord.
Chicago Cardinal Blaise Cupich tonight bluntly predicts no American will be elected the next pope. That has been the sentiment for decades here in Rome.
I think there's a certain kind of aversion to an American pope just because the United States has so much power in the world, and so that's what's been said all along. You never know what's going to happen exactly, but I'd be very surprised if it was an American.
DePaul Vatican expert William Kavanaugh tonight admits anything can happen during the Cardinals' secret conclave, but experts and the world's betting lines, where such selections are handicapped, don't give very good odds on an American pope. Longtime Catholic writer and former Chicago newspaper columnist Kathleen Falsani.
The saying, the adage that whoever enters the conclave as a pope leaves as a cardinal. So a lot of the times the people that are being mentioned as the front runners never make it all the way into Peter's thrones.
Cardinals considered papal long shots include Timothy Dolan of New York and Chicago native Robert Prevost, two retired U.S. cardinals from Boston and St. Louis. And as DePaul's Kavanaugh says tonight, the long shots for Pope basically include any of the 17 American cardinals. What would be the biggest surprise selection for you?
An American would be a surprise. A really hard conservative would be a surprise. I can see a kind of compromise, middle of the road sort of candidate, but a kind of turn to a kind of backlash pope, I think, would be very much a surprise given the makeup of the voting cardinals.
Only 9 of the 17 current American cardinals are younger than 80 years old, the cutoff for voting eligibility. So the mathematical possibility of the next pope being from the U.S. is about 6.5%. But front-runners aren't always a good barometer. Pope Francis wasn't a front-runner. And then there was a cardinal from Poland named Karol Wojtyła, who wasn't on anyone's list in 1978 when he was elected Pope John Paul II. We remember him.
Yes, we do. So, Chuck, you're saying anything can happen.
That's what they tell me.
All right. Thank you.